Hello everyone, my name is Ashish and I'm going to be your TA for today's class. Today we'll be discussing about determination of water hardness. So herein we'll be doing two different sets of experiment. One is where we'll determine the hardness of an unknown and then move on to determine the hardness of tap water. We have the unknown that we are going to use here is going to be calcium carbonate dissolved in water. The reaction is going to proceed by adding Kalmegite indicator to the unknown. Now what happens is when the Kalmegite indicator is added to calcium carbonate unknown solution, it bonds with the calcium ion in there. But when you start titrating it with EDTA, the EDTA tries to replace the Kalmegite and bonds much stronger as compared to the Kalmegite, forming a calcium EDTA complex. Now, once you add the Kalmegite indicator to the unknown solution, you will see a pink or a dilute wine red color. As soon as you start titrating it with EDTA, the endpoint should look like a sky blue color. But if you don't see a sky blue color, you will see blue tinted with a light green kind of a color. From the experimental procedure point of view, the first step is to prepare the EDTA stock solution, which will be used to titrate the unknown and the tap water. Now, in order to prepare the EDTA solution, we will be taking 1.8 grams of EDTA, dissolving it in 75 ml of water and adding 10 ml of 0.1 molar NaOH. These solutions, this 0.1 molar NaOH will be prepared by the TA for your class. Once this solution is prepared, transfer it to a 500 ml volumetric flask and fill it up to the mark. Here we have the weighing paper. Make sure to tear the weighing balance before you start the measurement. In this box we have the EDTA. Now that the weighing balance is teared, take out 1.8 grams of EDTA. Now we have weighed out 1.81 grams of EDTA. Now take a 250 ml beaker and add the EDTA to it, and then we will use the water from this grey faucet and add 75 ml of water to it. Try to dissolve the EDTA in this 75 ml of water. We'll be adding 10 ml of 0.1 molar NaOH to this beaker. This is 10 ml of NaOH. I'll get a stirring rod. To try to mix it. Be adding this solution to a 500 ml volumetric flask. Make sure that you don't have any residual EDTA left in this beaker, so we will be adding more water to this. to rinse it thoroughly. So we have prepared the EDTA solution in this 500 ml of volumetric flask. Now we will be moving ahead to pipetting out the unknown in this Erlenmeyer flask. We'll be pouring this 25 ml of the concentrated unknown in the volumetric flask, a 100 ml volumetric flask. And we'll be diluting it further using the DI water. Just up to the mark. This is about 100 ml. Before we pour it in the Erlenmeyer flask, we will mix it thoroughly. Now let's pipe it out 25 ml. We have already pipetted out the calcium carbonate unknown solution in this Erlenmeyer flask. Now we will be adding the ammoniacal buffer and the Kalmegite indicator. Make sure that you add 3 ml of ammoniacal buffer and 3 drops of Kalmegite indicator only. Now I will be pipetting out 3 ml of ammoniacal buffer. Once this is done, put this aside and add the Kalmegite indicator, 3 drops in each flask. We will be using the flask wherein we filled approximately 25 ml of the unknown and titrating it with EDTA. Use a funnel to fill up the burette. Now let's start titrating it. This is what the color looks like. But that is not sky blue. Can still go. So this trial was done to find out how much amount of EDTA is required for approximately 25 ml of unknown. We found out that approximately 3 ml of EDTA solution is necessary to titrate this to attain the endpoint. Now we'll be moving ahead with our flask number 1. We start at 8.5 ml. So for this first trial with 25 ml of unknown, we went from 8.5 ml to 11.2 ml. So based on the 3 trials that we did just now, the endpoint was attained for the unknown at 2.7 ml of EDTA for the first, for the second at 2.3 ml, and for the third trial at 2.2 ml. So finally, upon completion of these experiments, these are the results we got. I discussed earlier what are the endpoints we obtained for the unknown. For the tap water, for the 3 trials, the endpoint were 26 ml, 24.3 ml and 26.2 ml of EDTA. So the concentration of the EDTA that we are using for this experiment is 9.75 millimolar. Now to determine the concentration of the unknown, we are going to use the law of volumetric analysis, that is M1V1 equals to M2V2, where M1 is the concentration of the unknown, V1 is the volume of the unknown, M2 is the concentration of EDTA, and V2 is the volume of the EDTA we obtained based on the titration. So upon plugging in the values, you will find out a value of M1, which is, this value of M1 is for the diluted solution. Now the dilution factor for our experiment was times 4. So the result you will be obtaining for the M1, the result you will be obtaining for the concentration of the unknown should be M1 times 4. Okay. Similarly, for finding the concentration of the calcium carbonate in water, you have to do the same law of volumetric analysis, where M1 is the concentration of calcium, V1 is the volume of water. So we are using 10 ml of water for our experiments. The M2 is the concentration of EDTA, and V2 is the volume that we obtained in this table. So upon substituting the values, we will be able to find out the concentration of the calcium in the tap water. For all the 3 trials, you need to find out the concentration of the unknown as well as the concentration of the tap water, and finally we need the average concentration and the standard deviation for the 3 trials. Thank you.